All right, and we're off. They're still resolving mulligans. It looks like Nicholas having to go down to 6, and Brandon kept 7.
I always enjoy watching the lands deck. I find it to be a very interesting, very legacy deck.
So we'll go ahead and take a look at look at his deck list. So he's got the full 4. He's got crop rotation, mox diamond, sphere resistance. Your expected guess. And then we got one of copies for the 4 Urza sagas that are in the deck. We got an expedition map, a graph digger's cage, pithy needle, and a skateboard, all main board, and a walk-in closet. For anybody that doesn't know what that card is, so it's a mythic room from Dustmorn. The 3 mana side is you may play lands from your graveyard, and the 5 mana side is when you unlock this door, you may cast spells from your graveyard this turn, and if a card will be put into a graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. Of course, both of those are sorcerer speed. And then we have 28 more lands to go with that pile.
Starts with the Seiju, okay.
He also does have a Tabernacle in the main deck and a Maze of Death.
Beautiful.
All right. Take a look at this tempo deck.
Thespian stage.
It's a Mox Diamond. Looks like pitching at the stage.
Light from the loam. Okay.
Picks up stage. So our tempo deck, so he's got 1 Grist. He's got the full playset of Orcish Bowmasters. Not going to be too relevant here in this matchup. Got a couple of Barraboys, a couple of Hogaks, and Haywire Mine. And one of the more notable cards, there's 4 Smallpox, so he actually has a way to be able to interact to being able to get lands off the board. It does have the full 4 Mox Diamond. He's also playing Life in the Loam, playing 3 copies, 4 Thoughtseize, 3 Malevolent Rumbles. Newest card that's in the deck list, it looks like there is a Witherbloom Charm. And then we have a main board Pithy Needle and a Shadow Spear to go with that playset of Urza Sagas. And then another newer card that he's playing from Edge of Eternity's Commander is called a playset of Eumidian Hatchery. This is my first time seeing this card, so it's tap, pay a life, add black, and put a hatchling counter on it. Whenever this thing's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, for each hatchling counter on it, create a 1/1 black insect. So
Interesting.
definitely interesting. Probably feeds into the Smallpox. Probably a small little combo there.
There's a stage.
Yeah, so the stage we know about, he did not dredge for his life alone, so he just took an apple draw. And sorry about the glare on Nicholas's side. We'll try to get that resolved after this match.
A very timely needle.
Very,
very obvious name.
I'm assuming it's just going to name Saga.
Yeah.
Still be able to tap for mana. Won't be able to do anything else. And if there's any, if y'all have any issues with if y'all can hear us, if we're not loud enough, if we're too loud, just feel free to share with us. That way we know. And that's an exploration. It looks like can't board. Maybe.
Okay, Wasteland. Good one to have against lands, certainly. Okay, if he does choose to dredge back the life from the loam.
All right, that is an exploration.
Okay, yeah. Interesting that he played exploration but did not have another land to play off of it. Interesting that lands being low on lands is a interesting place to be. Yeah. Finds an Urza Saga, but he's already turned off Urza Saga.
Yeah, so it'll just be make a mana for him as well. It'll mainly be search targets. All right, thank you, Lord. Lord of the Knights.
Ooh, there's a Bowmaster. Okay.
All right, life totals are 2019. We got our first blood. See what he's going to go grab off the Saga.
Floating the mana.
So possible targets are Pithy Needle, Shadow Spear. That's mainly it in the main deck. So I imagine this probably goes grab. I imagine it's gonna go grab.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he's grabbing Pithy Needle.
Well, he does have a Thespian stage in play already,
Sure,
so
sure.
that I think that's a really smart play.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna name stage.
Yep.
It does name stage.
Chipping in.
Whereas that Orc army is just 1-1 right now. So that's why there's no counters on it at the moment. Take it 2, down to 17. Yeah, looks like we got a Burning Catacombs return. He does have a Surveil land in the deck list to be able to go grab, in addition to a couple of bayous and a couple of basics. Alright, passes back. Looks like we're going to end the turn effect. Probably crop rotation.
Oh,
it is
go.
indeed. Sack and Besiege you. You got a plethora of lands to go look for.
This was not supposed to be the primary.
Grab Java Maya. So everything's a force now, including the Burning Catacombs, so he doesn't have to burn it if he doesn't want to. But Saga, stage, he's got all the green sources now. He's no longer going to be stuck on just one green source. Or two. So what do you think this could mean if he's grabbing Java Maya?
Well, I think it's mainly just to keep his
looks like
loam activated.
Sure. Okay, and so now he's sacking the Saga since it's not going to do anything except for tutor another either a Mox Diamond or or a Shadow. Yeah, either a Diamond.
Yeah. See, this is
now we got the depths in play,
and he has the crop rotation set up. So he can get the.
Well, so what he could do now is he could just dredge Life alone if he doesn't already have it in hand. Pick it up and then pick up the Besiege you.
Yeah.
And then he has the mana to be able to do all the things at the end of a turn to get rid of the Pithy Needle and have a 20/20 on in the next turn cycle. It'll take a couple of turns of setup, but I'm surprised you paid to make a 20/20.
Seems like a good plan.
Does dredge street, finds a wasteland in that pile, so you can probably pick up the wasteland and the Besiege you, get rid of one of the lands. There is a wasteland in play, so the wasteland's likely going to try to target the Dark Death, so he could be aggressive with this wasteland. Hit Nicholas's wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the line I would take. That way it forces them off of it. That way you're not sacking your stage and your depths in the same turn cycle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what he does. See if he finds that line. All right, he does not. He decides to go and just play a Saga. He's going to be patient. He does have Exploration, so he's able to play Wasteland as a second land anyways. See if he decides he wants to Wasteland the Wasteland. Op's not. Still at the end of turn, we're going to fetch this Catacombs. Probably going to go find Underground Mortuary. If I was a gambled man. A little bit of a hint, I do play poker here and there.
I think I like this play because he's waiting on the Besiege you just to not give his opponent extra mana.
Yeah, so off of the Besiege you, he can either go grab basics or he can go grab bayous. He doesn't have any other surveillance. He just has the one copy. See what we find on the surveil. He doesn't like it. Bends a Saga.
Easy bin. Draws a Wasteland.
Second Wasteland's actually kind of troubling. That will make things a little harder.
His clock is not very fast, though.
Yeah, he's going to need better clock if he wants to be able to push through all this. Because he has not found his own Life in the Loams to be able to pick up these Wastelands. If he does find a Life in the Loam, though, that this could be a slugfest. So we're going to Wasteland to Wasteland. This Wasteland likely hits something important, looks like.
Oh, hitting the
Java Maya? Yep, makes sense.
Yep. And he doesn't. Oh, did he not turn his Thespian stage into a Yavimaya? Oh, I guess he still has access to green off of the diamond, so he can still life from there.
Alright, so we dredge 3, but then another beside you. Saga's up to 2. I'm assuming this is just cast life and alone.
Yeah.
Pick up stage at Wastelands and Yava. Oh no, so pick up Yava Maya Wasteland. I imagine it might be another Besage you.
Yeah.
Another Wasteland.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
This could be a double Wasteland turn, but I doubt it. Because
Yeah.
he has the Catacombs in play, or no, he has the Sanctuary, the Surveil in play. So it could be a double Wasteland turn. That could be,
It's fortunate Nicholas has the Mox Diamond in play, so that he too continues to have access to green. Obviously, the Yavimaya helps him as well, but if we start picking up all these lands, it's might be difficult for him to cast a life.
well, he didn't play double Wasteland at this point, so it's looks like he wasn't too worried about trying to take him off his sources. A little bit more controlled than I would have been in that situation.
We can't see what that is.
Yeah, cannot see that card.
Thoughtseize.
Okay, it was Thoughtseize, saw a handful of lands. So he loses 2. Although I believe all the cards in Brandon's hand were known, so.
Well, I think that's.
But if you
that's
don't have very good, if there's nothing being written down or tracking, it could be easy to miss these things. So we know that he has Besage Wasteland in hand. All right, Besage grabs the Pithy Needle. Nicholas is gonna go find a Bayou if I was to guess. Unless they're all in the graveyard already. Surely not. Finds a basic swamp. So it doesn't necessarily know the interaction of basic land type means you can go grab a dual land. These are things we learn.
The other reason he might be getting the basic though is because of all the wastelands. So he
It could be. It's possible, yeah.
Especially if there's a Yavimaya in play.
So
the swamp is probably,
the swamp functions as a
probably
Bayou.
yeah.
All right, we're still at the end of Nicholas's turn. Brandon's trying to decide what he wants to do. Very probably contemplating on this wasteland. If you're supposed to go in wasteland to wasteland.
Yeah, forcing the issue.
Lots of thinking.
Wonder what he's thinking about here.
Still got 36 minutes left in the round.
Brandon seems to be in a good spot. It might be one of those times where you make sure that you're not missing something.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we finally do get the wasteland interaction. Probably gonna pick up stage again. That's my guess.
Yep.
See what happens.
I think that was a smart play.
I imagine this could be dredge 3 again. Pick up life and alone.
Wonder if he gets a diamond
Opts out
here?
of it.
Or
No. Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, is he just going to 2?
All right. Dredge 3.
Oh, I see. He has a trigger yet.
Binning a Mox
Oh,
Diamond.
Okay. Oops.
An unknown card on the ground. That's a Malevolent Rumble. And
Explore.
that looks like a Maze of Death.
Oh.
Maybe. Expiration. Alright, so casting life alone. Alright, no, so Saga's popping off, so now we have the beginning of main phase trigger. See what he decides to grab. He's got a couple options. Options for this are Expedition Map, Graph Digger's Cage, Skateboard, and Mox Diamond. Off to grab, Draft Digger's Cage.
Interesting. Oh, I guess, yeah. Playing around and reanimate, or in this case, I don't know if he knows that there would be Hogak possibly on the other side, but that is a good.
Yeah, it would. It's definitely smart if he was able to sniff out his opponent has Hogak in his deck. There's also Haywire Mines in the deck that could have been found off of Urza Saga that no longer can be found. Picking up Wastelands. Looks like Yavimaya, maybe.
Is it a stage? Is it a stage? I think it's a stage.
It's stage. Okay.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, because Yavimaya is already in play. Alright, stage, Wasteland for turn. Yep.
Okay. So he's set now to go off with depths. All the pressure is on Nicholas here.
Still in game one.
He's very happy to see that Urza Saga. By that, Brandon. And here he comes.
We got 2020 Merit Lage coming into play. Flying and indestructible. Looks like we're going to go in Dredger again. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then a Tabernacle, Expedition Map, and a Visadio. Attack for lethal. Alright, so we got Brandon up one. Going to game two. And we'll be back after they finish their mulligans. Alright, so while these guys are... Oh. They must already be done. Well, we were going to go check on the other match. Let's see what that matchup was. So, that would have been... So, it's Dimir versus Sultai. I'm assuming Dimir is probably Dimir. It would have been Dimir mid-range, because I had Kaidos, Tamios, Nethergoyce, and Orcish Bowmasters. And let's see what the Sultai list had. Oh, this is why the match was fast. It was a Doomsday pile. So Doomsday is either going to win quickly or it's going to lose quickly. So there's a very good chance that Doomsday may have just got there. So sorry that our backup match didn't last so long. I could actually probably tell you how that match went. It didn't get reported. I mean,
well, the real question is, was there car in the deck? Was it Doomsday or was there
let me look at the old Sultai list. There were 4 fantastic cards to go with the Doomsday list.
That might be why it was fast.
So they have a couple of different options on how they want to win. Usually that's a little bit harder for the Dimir deck. It didn't get reported, but I'm going to make the assumption that Doomsday won that matchup. So we're still in sideboard. So I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at what our players are bringing in. So it looks like Brandon's bringing in a total of 3 cards. So in the sideboard, he's got a few Disruptor Flutes, a few Force of Vigors, a couple of Dismembers, a couple of Endurances, a Choke, Damping Sphere, Drop of Honey, Ice Till Explorer, and a Pithing Needle. So a second copy of Pithing Needle. If I was to take a guess, I would assume at least the 2 Endurances are coming in. Now, Now, what would you think out of everything? What would you think the last thing would be brought in if he's only bringing in 3 cards?
Probably the needle.
A second copy of Neil. Okay.
Yeah. I think he doesn't need to be fast with destroying artifacts. I don't think the Force of Vigors makes sense. The Besagers cover that.
All right. So out of the Golgari list, so he's got a couple of Disruptor Flutes himself, a couple of Force of Vigors, Force of Despair, 2 Void Mirrors, a Dark Blast, a Duress, an Endurance of his own, a Fairy Macabre, a My Scornful Striker, which if anybody doesn't know what that card does, it's 2 mana, first strike, 2/2. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, deals 2 damage to them. Shieldred's Edict and Sylvan Library. So that might probably wouldn't come in here. That's probably for the Doomsday or for like artifact matchups. I would imagine Endurance and Fairy Macabre are coming in. What else do you think?
Maybe the Force of Despair. Well, no, it's not destroyed though, right? That's
So Force of Despair, destroy all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. So that would
not work.
Here.
That's clear. That's clearly a card that was put in there for Carr, but unfortunately, it does not work on Mirrorlation.
I would be unsurprised if Disruptor Flutes didn't come in.
Yeah.
Disruptor Flute has quite a few good targets. Dark Blast doesn't make sense here. Shieldred's Edict could be something.
Yes.
Because you do have the conundrum of if they have constructs in play already, you're not able to get rid of the Merit Lage. But if the Merit Lage is the only token in play, you can get rid of it that way. And maybe even Sylvan Library just to find a little bit more action. Since this is closer to a Dirtly matchup, and Sylvan Library is where you want to be. So we'll see. We're going to game 2. Brandon's up 1. Nicholas is going to be on the play, I imagine. And of course, after this match is done, as is tradition, whenever I'm going to be y'all's commentator, we're going to go and get these guys in here, try to chat with each of them, find out where they're from, what led them to the decks they're on, and what led them to Legacy at all. And just talk to them about this game of Magic that we all love. So if you find yourself wanting to still continue to listen, feel free to hang out, stick with us. Looks like we have another mulligan from Nicholas and another keep 7 from Brandon. He's got to keep 7 both matches so far, and Nicholas has had the mulligan both times.
See what happens.
See, lands and spells, I imagine this hand's going to be kept.
He was putting a Bowmaster in the bottom?
Yeah, it's probably like one of the least impressive cards in the deck in this matchup.
Ooh, is that? Oh, that's the
hatchery.
hatchery.
So you minion hatchery, so it's tap, add a black, put a hatchling counter on this land, and then whenever this land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, for each hatchling counter on it, create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. Notably, this combos really well with another card that's in his deck, Smallpox. Which Smallpox, if for those of you that wouldn't know, is double black, and each player sacks all of the things that are relevant: a creature, a land, a discard a card, and both players lose life. We have what land is that getting discarded? Is that just
That's a Caracas.
a Caracas getting discarded? We've got Mox Diamond, Saga in play. Malevolent Rumbles, we're going to mill 4, find a permanent. Of the relevant types. We do see the walk-in closet. That's the one up in the deck, so that's probably the target, if I was a guess.
This is Malevolent
That
Rumbles.
is the case. It's going to be another card that's going to have to be read from the other side of the table. We're both playing odd cards. Walk-in closet's a card from Dustmorn that I had spoke of earlier. The relevant side of it is the 3 mana. You may play lands from your graveyard. The other side is when you unlock this card, you may cast spells from your graveyard this turn, and if a card would be put there from your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. So it looks like he went to 19 at the end of Brandon's turn. It has one counter on it. The Catacombs coming into play. We're going to fetch down to 18. Imagine this finds a value, but it might find a basic just so that keeps them off of getting punished either from. It looks like it is going to find a basic because Lance is going to have Wasteland up constantly. All right, finds a green source. Nope, just kidding. Grabbing a swamp. Makes Smallpox castable this turn, funny enough. It would actually clear Brandon's board with the exception of Mox Diamond. Going to 17, putting a second counter on this guy.
There it is.
All right, so if he stacks the hatchery, so the trigger will go on the stack after Smallpox resolves. So he won't have to sacrifice any of his tokens yet. So token goes away, Saga goes away, hatchery goes away, and he's going to get 2 insects. Or at least he should have 2 insects. Oh, okay, they're resolving discards. I understand. There's the hatchery trigger. They both should be losing 1 life as well.
Correct. Thankfully, he has the tokens.
We got life totals updated. Good enough.
I like that interaction with Smallpox a lot. That's a really
Smallpox and hatchery is it's kind of innovative. I like it. Got a Mox Diamond. Notably, that's something that won't be sacrificed to Smallpox. It does cost him a card. Discard to Presage you. We got a Wasteland coming in, and Walking Closet's coming, which also won't be affected by Smallpox. All right, draw for turn. I believe that was a Disruptor Flute that's got drawn. Got a Saga in hand.
kind of a turn too late because the walk-in closet was probably the thing that he would have wanted to not see hit the battlefield last turn.
Right.
That's another.
Well, looks like another hatchery coming into
Was
play.
that a hatchery too? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's another
He's
Ubidian
playing,
hatchery.
how many was he playing?
He's playing the full 4.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. Still not putting a tremendous amount of pressure, though. What we got there? A bit of a glare. Oh, yep, okay. Yep, there comes the Disruptor Flute. Named Ursa Saga.
For anyone that doesn't know, Disruptor Flute. Alright, so it looks like we're just going to have to save you on it. But Disruptor Flute would have made the activated abilities and casting it cost 3 more. Looks like we're going to go and hit the hatchery. So he still gets the insect, and he gets to search for a land. Interesting choice. Likely just trying to get him to get all the basics out of the deck, though. We'll have a third insect coming into play.
He must not have another insect token.
Or, yeah, very possibly could have just forgot the turn or two.
I think he has. I think it has a 2 on it.
Alright, that's an Abrupt Decay on the Walking
Very
Closet.
good abrupt.
Because
decay.
it is just 3 mana permanent while it's on the board because it's not unlocked. It's a good interaction. It's a good question. They're going to find out.
The judge call here.
they're going to go Judge calling this. Now, if it was fully unlocked, it would be an 8 mana spell. Or 8 mana permanent, but since it's that side is unlocked, it doesn't see that mana value.
I'll admit I would have been making the same judge call.
That's a good Judge call.
Yeah.
Probably going to have to look it up. Rooms are a little weird. Just like whenever you bounce a room from play and bring it back into play, both sides will get locked again. That's a great question. We'll make sure we ask him whenever he gets in here, Amir.
This has been a really good first match. I've really enjoyed seeing these interactions and remind me. So this hatchery land, it actually puts counter on every time you tap it for mana.
Yeah, it puts a hatchery counter on it as a part of the cost.
That's crazy. I mean, it does deal damage to you every time though, right? Like so, there's at least a drawback of some kind. But wow, that's I can understand why he built his deck around it. That's a really cool card.
Yeah, so the way the Erupt Decay, so it'll destroy any non-land permanent with a mana value 3 or less. If you target a room enchantment, Erupt Decay to destroy either unlocked half, as long as the mana value of that specific half is 3 or less. Because he's targeting walk-in closet, it does not have.
So with that ruling, if it was fully unlocked, he could still destroy it because you just target the half that's. It has to be the half has to be unlocked, but if it were both unlocked, it wouldn't have a mana value of 8. It would have a mana value of whatever half you targeted.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it reads.
Yeah, so that means so it should just be able to destroy it in a situation. It's good to know. Yeah, seems to have that resolved. Oh, there he is, the big boy.
Hello, Hogak.
Hello. That was a very aggressive exile of his graveyard there.
Yeah, so we were wondering why the insects. They are black, so it does help. So we're getting rid of the Disruptor Salute so we can have the Saga online.
Very
Gonna
necessary.
go find another land. Still don't know if he understands that he can go grab a Bayou.
He gets a swamp. So.
Grabs another basic. Can't be hit by Wasteland. And of course, since we aren't a part of the event, like for player-wise, we can't just go and tell him that he can go grab a Bayou because that would be outside assistance. It's up to him to understand what he can and can't do. Big swing coming in.
Old Hogak.
It's a good card.
It's a very good card. Let's see what Brandon can do in
down
this
to
situation.
5. Taking 11. All right, make a construct. That's a 3/3. See what you can pull out of this. Trigger on the stack.
Doesn't have a lot of
What does he
mana. Just
decide?
one card. Real tough
If I
spot.
was to guess, I would probably say that we're going to go to game 3 here.
I agree.
Looks
Yep.
like what's happening. We're going to go to game 3.
Oh, great. We get more magic.
See if there's more sideboarding, or if we're just going to go and rock the 75s that we have. We'll get the standing updated real quick.
Looks like we're close to starting again. Oh. Taking a deep dive into the deck. This has been a real fun first match of the day. Some new cards for me and seeing them work well. So Brandon will be on the play. We'll see how mulligans go this game. Nicholas had to mulligan both of the first two games. Obviously worked out for him the second time. So resolving.
So y'all mind if turn one? Mox Diamond. See what we're gonna pitch. Pick a depths. Well, we do have a crop rotation in hand.
He's had that Mox Diamond.
He's had turn one Mox
Every
Diamond
time.
every time. Did he keep 7 again?
Yes, both players kept 7 this time.
Okay, so that's the first time Nicholas got to keep 7. Brandon's got 7 all 3 games. Swamp Pithy Needle.
What does he name here?
I mean, I would just be. Yeah, that's a good question. It would either be Stage or it'd be Saga. Kind of depends on the contents of his own hand.
Sadly, we couldn't hear what he named, but
So we got something coming in.
assuming it's the crop rotation. Yep, there it comes.
Indeed. You got the mine stacked as part of the cost. See what we grab.
Okay, it's the Urza Saga. Less likely that Urza Saga was chosen, but maybe it was the Thespian stage, just respecting the fact that there's dark steps in the graveyard. We'll find out. Okay, so there's the Thespian stage.
Alright, so whichever one it was named, I'm assuming both of those were named. Well, at least one of those were. Got Life from the Loam. We're going to pick up the Yavimai Dark Depths, unless there's a response here. This could be the endurance that he brought out of the sideboard, if there's a holdup. So I just let it go. Updated life totals, everybody's at 20, no damage been dealt yet. If anybody wants to put any predictions in, who do we think is going to win this? Do we think the Lance player or the Golgari player is going to win? Feel free to go and share your thoughts now. We're in the tank over here, Golgari. And I feel like this has got to be a more important turn.
Certainly.
Because there's life in the loam in the graveyard, so yeah, so Wasteland, target stage, instead of the Saga.
It's more likely to name Saga now.
Hard cap. You got a pitch endurance. Those cards would be shuffled on the bottom of the deck.
Or okay, so maybe he named Saga, or no, maybe he named Saga and killed that. So then
So these cards are getting put on the bottom of the deck. Unless Saga is dealt with this turn cycle, though, those will just be shuffled back into the deck.
True.
We got draw. Saga goes up to 3. Doesn't have any mana to do anything with it, so he might just float a mana. See what he does. So we're searching up here. Could be a needle of his own. Could be a skateboard. Could be a Mox Diamond. It is indeed.
Interesting. He is a little bit low on mana right now, so it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, if he has a handful of lands, which, I mean, from the land's perspective, it shouldn't be too hard to do that. Just to shuffle it in before we resolve this Mox Diamond. Alright, so this is an as it comes into play thing. Discards Dark Depths that we know about. And we're in the main phase still. Land for turn. Almost looks like a basic forest.
Okay.
We're going to life the one first. Pick up these 2 cards. Replay Saga.
Yeah, I think starting the countdown to the tutor, I think is a very
Looks like Nicholas drew a Saga for turn. He's off to play Catacomb.
Again, I think the Sagas are turned off, so I think Brandon's tutor package is probably better than Nicholas.
Oh, it is, because Nicholas only has 3 targets, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, Yavimaya. He's gonna opt to fetch. Oh, but probably for surveil.
First point of damage dealt, down to 19.
The tempo player has not produced much tempo yet, so
No, I'm almost certain that this deck list is the name has got to be. There may not have been a good enough name for him to select on the deck list choice.
True. It's kind of a smallpox deck.
Alright, so we got 19 to 20. Nicholas should be at 19.
Barrowglyph. First time we've seen it this match. Is that from the side?
No, so there's 2 Baragloys in the main
Two
deck.
main, okay.
Currently at 5/6. See if we get anything at the end of turn from Brandon.
Oh, no, the Urza Saga was not named.
Your construct. We're gonna draw. Saga takes it to 3. Does it make another token?
Legacy players, there are 5 minutes remaining in your round.
Alright, so the announcement they made, we got 5 minutes left in the round.
So there's 2 4/4 constructs. Now 5/5 constructs. Oh yes, the cage.
A cage, so it's going to stop Haywire Might from coming into play from the library from Nicholas. Which, to be fair, Brandon has not seen the Haywire Might yet, but he has seen Hogak, so Grafdigger's Cage is good enough to grab here because of that card.
So that's an explore. He plays a forest, plays a dark depths, and decides to swing for 5.
Full update on that other match. The Sultai card list / Doomsday did indeed win that match. Versus Devere.
Plays another fetch. Boy swings in.
Shield receding,
Ah.
naming non-token. Or naming token
Naming
creature.
token.
So he still gets the choice, so he can just sacrifice the attacking or non-attacking creature.
It does make it less.
So that's 4 coming in instead of 5.
And I think he smartly sacks the one that was blocking because then he won't gain life.
And now we have an instant in the graveyard, so the Bear Boy grows. Dredge, find a wasteland, stage, and exploration. They're all really good finds. Imagine we're going to cast Life on a Limb here. Indeed. Pick up the 3 lands. Saga coming in. Gonna counter. Really think about the second land choice. Stage indeed hits the board.
My guess is that the needle name stage.
Yeah. So we have a Tabernacle in hand for Brandon. We have the Wasteland and a 3rd card.
The Tabernacle does seem relevant against all the tokens from Nicholas. So.
Looks like there was another Saga drawn. Probably making a construct here.
Yeah. His construct will be a 2/2 after he searches?
Correct.
Or 3, I'm sorry, 3/3, because he has a needle. It'll see itself, and then he'll get something.
Yeah, so it'll be a 2/2 when it comes in, be a 3/3 after. Opposite just float a mana. Alright, so we're timing around. So these guys, they did have a judge call, so they'll have probably a little bit of an extension. Grabs a Shadow Sphere, it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yep. Which I think, yeah, the
Well, since we have the Graph Diggers in Cage, he cannot grab Haywire Mine. The Golgari deck has quite a few less options to pick up than the Lands deck does.
I think the life gain is helpful here, though. Though, Paragraph obviously already has lifelink. But if he's able to make some constructs with the next Urza Saga. Here comes another Saga. He does equip.
So it's going to have trampled out, so it'll always get the deals combat damage effect.
It does attack nice into that 4/4 as well.
6 coming in, so swap life totals. Brandon's at 14. Nicholas should be at 20.
Bowmaster making blockers is nice too. And look, life. Oh, there's Masaju. It's probably not what Nicholas wants to see.
I imagine we're just going to snap off this life flow and pick up that mistake here. Because he has enough, because he still has lands to play, so he has enough time to play both.
Well, he already has a stage and a depth in play. He just needs to get rid of the needle, I'm assuming.
Got a second Yavimaya?
So that is.
So that legend rolls.
Okay.
Oopsie daisy.
It's Abernac. Guess he's just making his opponent have just a little bit less.
Taxing the mana, but then I believe the obvious turn sequence that's going to happen here is that there's going to be a Beseiju. So if he attacks the Barragoy, then there could be a Beseiju on this Rutherford Flute, and then he can make Merit Lage. So it looks like he does decide to attack with the Barragoy. Let's see if Brandon decides to go and fire off this Beseiju. He's being oddly patient. Or sorry, fire off the Beseiju on the Pithing Needle, rather. Yes. Looks like I'm making another construct token as opposed to that.
Oh.
So we'll have 2 5/5s.
He can still depths here. But he can't. Well, no, I guess he can't. He can't. If it's needles.
No, so he's made it to where he's committed more to blocking this creature with non-merit Lage tokens. Perhaps there's a fear of another Shieldred's Edict. Have a Malevolent Rumble firing off. Didn't quite see what it picked up. Oh no, so that was the Barragoy attack trigger. My apologies.
There comes the.
Now the Sage is going to hit it.
Yep.
Players, if you play this last round at table 52, this is the USC, or non-repeats and please report results of your match. Table 52.
So if he's afraid of Shieldred's Edict, the sequencing that he can do now is make a token with the Urza Saga, and then he can make a copy of Depths with Stage and make the token that way. That way he'll have 2 tokens in play. Nicholas hasn't shown any other removal that gets around Merit Lage's indestructibility.
Yeah, let's see
So that could be what his line is. That could be what he's playing around.
Yeah. So Nicholas is at 26 though too. So that does matter.
Yeah, so 2020 doesn't necessarily just end all be all, but it will be a 2-turn clock. Gotta imagine that we're making a token here before it goes to 3. Does indeed. We have a token in play. And Skateboard would actually probably be the coolest thing to grab because then it would give the Merit Lage haste. No, besides grab Mox Diamond instead.
I think the resources.
Not the cool idea.
Well, again, I think if you set it up right, if you have a construct plus.
Oh,
see
no,
here, but-
Reneg's on the idea.
Oh no, he doesn't get the skateboard. Okay. So he still has. Yeah, the problem. Let's see here. We do this. We'll have
We're gonna tap down a permanent.
5.
Likely gonna tap down a land. Really the only things that I would do. Unless he didn't make a choice. Doesn't look like he did.
I think that Urzasag needs to go in the graveyard.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the skateboard is relevant if for some reason he gets an attack in with the Marilage and things are dealt with, he can then get a Urza Saga back, and once he gets a token off of it, he can attack her immediately.
Alright, stage copy depths.
Yep, here we go.
See if we get a Besagio out of this, or if it resolves. I do see a Besagio in Nicholas's hand, so it's interesting that he didn't fire it off. So it must be him saying that he has an answer for the Merit Lage.
Oh, he's another stage depths.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, he didn't tap anything with the skateboard. So equipping the Merit Lage, go into combat, we have response. The Stagio on the skateboard? Surely not. On the construct token, it has to be non-creature. Has to be non-creature. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. Let me double check.
There's no more targets for.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't have to be non-creature. I lied.
He failed to find. Still coming.
Yeah, basic force is in play.
Oh, see that's where he is. He shielded the token.
Legacy players, voted players, Wesley Hickman or Donovan Peterson, please report.
Good thing he has a backup depth in stage.
Input your match results. Thank you.
So it's 2 of the Children's Edict so far.
So now he made a construct. He's doing that in response.
Yeah, so he's sacking the because he gave him the opportunity to be able to respond. He's making this Merit Lage in response in case he decides to go grab a second copy of Pithy Needle. He's picking up the Haywire Might. Hopefully, they catch that he can't put it in play. We are very much in turns here, by the way. If they don't catch it, we're gonna have to go and tell them. All right, we're gonna have to go catch that real quick.
Yeah, looks like Judge caught it.
Never mind, Judge Alex is already on it.
What a good judge. I can't. It's an embarrassing amount of times that I've messed up situations with Cage. So that is.
Yep. So
very
the way that we learned about Cage is that we lose to Cage by trying to put in Haywire Mites or Dryad Arbors, a more common way to screw that up. Or if somebody doesn't realize that Graph Digger's Cage does not stop living it.
I think they must be determining if he can search for something else because his target was illegal.
So he can, but the thing is that he doesn't have any other legal targets.
Well,
so
he had a diamond, but he may not have a land in his hand.
Sure, it would just sack itself.
That wouldn't benefit him really.
Yeah, he doesn't have very many targets in his own deck outside of the diamonds. He has the one copy of Needle and the one Haybar Mite.
Brandon is at 10, but he doesn't have a Rage token to play. He
Alright.
really needs to have another Tabernacle. Oh, Tabernacle paying for itself.
Well, so
Feels
here's
dirty.
the thing. He didn't need to pay the one for Tabernacle because it destroys it. But, you know, you live and you learn.
True.
Again, that's another thing that we can't just share with them. That's something that they have to learn on their own.
So what happens here? Now Nicholas is still at 26, so he's not dead.
Looks like we're on turn 3.
So he's at 6.
Life for the loam. Gonna pick up some lands. See if we can close out this game. Wasteland stage. Let's say you. Good targets. We got Fairy Macabre. It's going to exile 2 things. It's going to exile Stage of the Stage. So the spell will still succeed. You'll pick up a Wasteland and have another Wasteland in hand. Yeah, we have a Bowmaster's coming in. So he'll go to 9.
It's going to have a lot of creatures to pay for, though.
Yep,
Still
every
tapping.
single one of those are going to have to
So,
be...
and all his creatures die.
He immediately drew instead of paying for Tabernacle.
Yep. Yep.
So he misses paying those.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the game.
Brandon Larkin takes it down 2-1. We'll see if we can try to get him in here. And we are at the end of the round, so it might be like just moving on to the next round. But if they have time, see if we can grab them. Alright, so we're not able to get them in here, just solely because they were the last match. So we're going to go ahead and try to get our next tables in here. Give us a few minutes, we'll get set up for the next round.